Hey guys, DRG here. As you can see, I have some brand new Freddy's custom action figures. This time, the first one is focusing on Glamrock Freddy, and the ones I painted is Glamrock Fredbear, Glamrock Shadow Freddy, Glamrock Nightmare, Glamrock Redbear, Glamrock Funtime Freddy, and Glamrock Lefty. And so we're gonna look at Glamrock Fredbear. Pretty much what I based his appearance on is Fantasy Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night. You see Fredbear's silhouette, his icon, his character select icon as a secret, and it's pretty much him shadowed out. Except you can see part of his fur, it's all golden, and that's pretty much where the makeup came from. And of course the bow tie, the shoulder pads, and the top hat, and the earring, they're all dark purple, you know. I know he has more of a lighter purple, but I just went with that one. And I know it's hard to tell, but, well, at least, I don't know on camera, I used two different kinds of yellow. I used King's Gold and Golden Sunset. I don't know which one. I forgot, honestly, but I might have said it in the tutorial videos that'll come out whenever this series is done. But it's, yeah, I used two different dark yellows, Golden Sunset and King's Gold. But I really like how he came out overall. The only difficult part was the eyes and the toenails, pretty much. Everything else was, well, and the face paint as well. Everything else was somewhat easy. I gotta be careful because I don't want any of these to fall. I'm surprised that I was able to fit every single one on here. And the next one we have is Glamrock Shadow Freddy. Pretty much his makeup is, I just kind of went went too simple on the makeup, but I really like how I did on his torso. I pretty much gave it like as if Shadow Bounty was there, which, you know, the cute little, well, not really cute, it's just a little Easter egg, you want to call it that. But I really like how I did the eyes and the mouth. I'm surprised I did well with this, and I have an image of it that I might post on here in the video. I don't know, it's a before thought, but I did take a picture of it, what it used to look like, and it did not look good. I might put that in whenever I'm done with this, honestly. But overall, I do like how he looks. I like how he came out. The only difficult part was, of course, the Shadow Bounty face, because I had to get the teeth somewhat correct, you know, like at least aligned, you know, in a way. Okay. Next one we have is Glamrock Nightmare. Again, the face, well, not really again, the face paint, I pretty much gave it the endoskeleton look on how Nightmare normally looks. And the eyes, they're just all red, pretty much. But the teeth, I really like how I did these, honestly. Now, when I first did this, I kind of forgot what his torso looked like, because I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just going with what I somewhat vaguely remember, which is not that much. But I think I did a pretty good job with the teeth. I know they're not exactly how Nightmare's torso looks, but I like how they came out overall. And I know it's hard to tell, but I think I used pavement for this part right here. It's hard to tell on camera, but you know, I used yellow for this one. It's just called yellow for the top hat, shoulder pads, bow tie, and these. But overall, I like how he came out, you know. And as I stated before, the face paint, I pretty much used it as if he's pretty much see-through, if you guys don't know. In Fantasy Freddy's 4, he's pretty much see-through. You can see through him. I don't think I have any screenshots of him, because that was more of an afterthought before I did that with Glamrock Shadow Freddy. And here is Glamrock Redbear. Now, I did the face paint to represent White Rabbit, which is pretty much a Toy Bounty repaint. And the orange is pretty much, well, how Redbear's eyes sometimes are. Sometimes they're a light orange, but I just pretty much use white. And that's pretty much it. And this house, I believe, it's from FNAF World. I forgot what it's called. I might have said it in the tutorial video, but I based it off where you can find Redbear in the game. That's why I drew that on there. I know it looks like an arrow, but I did the best I could, honestly. I like how it came out, though. Everything else is pretty okay. Pretty much all the hard parts out of every single one of these was the face paint and the torso. Everything else was somewhat easy. And the next one we have is Glamrock Funtime Freddy. Pretty much it's just, you can kind of see, it looks like Funtime Freddy. I even painted the hand to make it look like Bon Bon. I was thinking about doing that with bonnets, but I wasn't too sure. I highly doubt I'll go back to it because white is my least favorite color to paint with because it takes a lot of coats. Well, not really, but you know, it's my least favorite paint to use. But I like how it looks overall. I based it off the action figure that I have, a Funtime Freddy. And that's pretty much all I could say. I painted the lines right here to make it look like it's a faceplate that splits apart. I like how it looks overall. I don't really show underneath because there's nothing really special, honestly. And last but certainly not least is Glamrock Lefty. And you can, or Glamrock Marionette, you can call it that, because pretty much what I based it off is the Lefty. Everyone knows the Lefty animatronic inside is the marionette, and that's pretty much a fusion between the two. If you guys don't know, when the Rockstar animatronics action figures came out, I was gonna do a custom of that. I'll try to put a photo of a drawing I did. Sometimes I do drawings of the custom before I actually do the customs to get an idea. Hopefully I'll remember to put it in, but pretty much everything on him is based off of Lefty and the marionette. From the eyes, the face paint, the buttons, the stripes, even the shoulder pads and the whatever these are based off the puppets. The marionette's music box in the prize corner. And the red hat and the bow tie is based off Lefty's red hat and bow tie. Overall, this was pretty tough, honestly, especially getting everything correct, honestly. At least close enough. And this is a little kind of reference to the security puppet's bell on top of its head. I painted that yellow. But that's pretty much it about that. So now I'm just, hopefully these don't fall. I'm gonna get the paint and show you the paints that I used. For Glamrock Fredbear, I used white for pretty much the pupils of the eyes. Black for, you know, the face paint and torso. I used purple pansy for the top pads, shoulder pads, and whatever those things are, and a bow tie. I used golden sunset for the muzzle, inner ear, stomach, and the feet. This is the one I used for the stomach and muzzle, inner ears, and feet, golden sunset. And I used King's Gold for the whole body. So, you know, it's kind of hard to tell between the two, at least on camera, but in person you can kind of see the difference. It's kind of a subtle difference, honestly. The paints I used for Glamrock Shadow Freddy were, again, white. You're gonna see white pretty much throughout this whole video. For the eyes and Shadow Bonnie's eyes and teeth. Concord Grape for the whole body. You can use Purple Iris if you want, if you don't have Concord Grape. Black, pretty much for the, well, for the eyes, the top hat, and the shadow, the face paint. I use Lilac Mist for the muzzle, inner ears, torso, and feet. And I use Pavement for the shoulder pads, not the bow tie, and whatever those are, the wristbands, and whatever those are too. For Glamrock Nightmare, I used black for the whole body, whites for the teeth pretty much. That's like the only thing I used. Diva Pink for the gums of the teeth, on top of the teeth, and the bottom of them. Red Apple for the eyes and the earring. You can use bright red if you want. Yellow for the top hat, shoulder pads, bow tie, and whatever those are. elephant gray for the face paint, pretty much. You could use, I guess, garnet gray if you don't have elephant gray. And I use pavement for the muzzle, inner ears, the torso, and feet. For Glamrock Redbear, I used bright magenta for the house. That's like, you know, well, part of it, not really a house, it's more like a tent, pretty much. That part, anyway. Red apple for the whole body. You can use bright red if you want, if you don't have red apple. Jack-o'-lantern for the shoulder pads, whatever those are. And for the earring, you can use pumpkin orange if you don't have jack-o'-lantern. Black for the eyes, and I think I painted the top hat and the eyebrows as well because, you know, it's gonna mess up. Oh, and also this part as well. The inside the tent, I painted black. White for the pretty much the face paint and the pupils. Candy pink for the muzzle, inner ears, part of the stomach, torso, and the feet. And purple iris for pretty much the toenails and part of the tent, like trimmings of it. Or at least I tried to do my best with that, honestly. I used purple iris. For Glamrock Funtime Freddy, I used bright red for just this stripe right here that was supposed to represent Bonbon. Bright red. You can use red apple if you don't have it. And of course I use white for the whole body. I use fuchsia for the muzzle, the face paint, shoulder pads, torso, this part right here, and the wristband, and the toenails. Fuchsia. I use purple iris for the inner ears, not for the torso, obviously. Like, it's supposed to go together, but I just did that based off the action figure I had. And also whatever these are. Purple iris. Black for the top hat and bow tie, and the part of the makeup where it looks like he opens his face paint, his face, and the buttons on his torso. I use cobalt hue for his hand to represent Bonbon. And I use country gray for pretty much the only thing on there that's the speaker. Country gray for that one. And for Glamrock Lefty marionette, I use black, of course, for the whole body. And for the eye socket right there. Again, white for the face paint, this part. The stripes, the buttons, and the toenails. I use bright red for the top hat, the cheeks, the lipstick, if you want to call it that, and bow tie. Bright red. I use blue bonnet. Blue bonnet for the shoulder pads and whatever these are. I use purple iris for the stripes on the shoulder pads and whatever those are. I use garnet gray for the inner ears and the muzzle and feet. You can use elephant gray if you want, if you don't have that. And I use tropical orange just for the eye, pretty much. That's like the only thing I use for it. And lastly, I used yellow for only one thing, and that's the earring. So that's pretty much it, guys. This has been a look at the custom action figures of Glamrock Fredbear, Glamrock Shadow Freddy, Glamrock Nightmare, Glamrock Redbear, Glamrock Funtime Freddy, and Glamrock Lefty marionettes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Bye.